If you've been keeping up with the series, you know that what's worse is yet to come. Only 4 achievements remain and they're not fun ones. The first one I decided to tackle was a speedrunner achievement for completing the game in under 5 hours. Turns out that thankfully, the time restrictions for achievements are pretty forgiving. I'll leave the Steam guides that I use in the description if you wanted to follow them along. But less talking, more doing. My first run, I nearly made it to Silk Spear before dying in a stupid way, and this must have got to me emotionally, because I just straight up rage quit after that. After taking a breath and some fresh air, I came back stronger than ever. I defeated Moss Mother, got the Shard Pendant, the Silk Spear. In the Deep Docks, I picked up Craft Metal, got the Swift Step Art and Shout on Lace, and half an hour in, not too bad. In the Farfields, I got the Warding Bell, went to grab this Craft Metal, but very quickly regretted my decision. I met up with the Seamstress, and after grinding the Spartan Cores, I got the Drifter's Cloak and Return. I picked up the Mast Shard from there, dropped the rock on the 4th chorus, and made my way to Greymore, where I got Memory Locket and the best crest in the game. With this newfound power, I capped Moorwing, and it's like the 289 deaths from my first run meant nothing. In Shellwood, I picked up another Mask Fragment here, I just forgot to record it. Anyways, I got the Cling Grip, Shout on Widow, and got my needle sharpened. I backtracked a bit to Bone Bottom, where I picked up a Mask Shard from Peb and a 4th one from the Wormways entrance, completing the 6th mask. I got a 5th Mask Shard from Weaveness Outlet and a 6th from the Deep Docks, and in the prison, I completed the minigame for the Tool Pouch upgrade and a heavy rosary necklace. I picked up a crafting kit from the Forged Daughter, then defeated a Crawl Lake Arena to grab the Thread, Storm Skill, and the 3-fold pin. Onwards and upwards, I grabbed a Memory Locket in the Busted Steps, and proceeded to waste a good while hoping to get Magnetite dice, but I found out coupling isn't my forte. I picked up another Craft Metal, but I only used maybe one of them in total, but hey ho. The first encounter with the Lust Judge left me a bit awestruck, but the second time went a bit better. In the Citadel, I picked up the White Key, took down the Cogwag Dancers, got the final 2 mask shards I needed to complete the 7th mask, the Pale Oil, and got down by Trobio. But after defeating Trobio, I picked up the Clawline and made my way outside the Citadel to grab a heavy Rosary necklace and the Vault Keeper's Melody. After that, I crafted a Cockfight tool, got my needle sharpened again, absolutely smoked the High Halls Arena, and got the Constructor's Melody. Finally, after doing the Architect's Puzzle and picking up the last part of the Melody, it was time to do the final boss fights. With 2 hours left to spare, what could go wrong? Nah, I'm just playing. It only took a couple tries, and Grandmother Silk was even less of a problem, but I forgot to actually record it. But I did only spend 6 minutes between the start and credits finishing. Besides, whole run was only 3 hours and 17 minutes. Not too bad. That, the speedrunner achievement, was complete. Now the last 3 can easily be done in one good run. Only problem is, I died 289 times on my first run, so my only hope is to pray really hard for the Steel Soul run. Without further ado, Moss Mother down, got the Shard Pendant, the Silk Spear, tamed the Bell Beast, rescued the Fleet, took down Lace, completed the Seamstress Wish, and got the Cloak. After taking out the 4th chorus, I died to this stupid fucking Bell Boy. Okay, well that didn't last long, but let's take a breath and run it back. Took down Moss Mother, got the Shard Pendant, Silk Spear, took down the Bell Beast. Well, fuck me then. Moss Mother, Shard Pendant, Silk Spear, Bell Beast, Dash, Lace, Cloak, 4th course, Reprogress, Moorwing, Cling Grip, but then... Clearly this wasn't working, so I definitely needed to lock in if I wanted to do anything. Anywho, here we go again. I defeated the Moss Mother, picked up the Shard Pendant, got the Silk Spear, and got some Moss Berries for the Druid, granting me the Druid's Eye. After that, I defeated the Bell Beast, got a Craft Metal, the Straight Pin Tool, found the Swift Step, and defeated Lace. Over in the Farfields, I picked up the Warding Bell, completed the Seamstress's Wish for the Drifter's Cloak, and defeated the 4th chorus. Up in Greymore, I had a chat with Nu to grab the Hunter's Journal, met up with Garmin and Zaza, got the Reaper Crest, took that Moorwing, found the Long Pin, bound the Cling Grip Art, and came across my arch nemesis. With that, I unlocked the Needle in just over an hour. Not too bad. With Bellheart freed, I got my first needle upgrade and made a quick detour back to Burn Bottom to drop some Pilgrim Shawls, grab a simple key from Peb, pick up a Spool Fragment, a Mask Shard, and the Wanderer Crest. After that, I took a quick trip to Weaveness Outlet to grab the map, a Mask Shard, and a Spool Fragment. Moving on with the important stuff, on Moses Road, I rescued a Creep Flea, after which I made my way to the Mist, where I spent a good 22 minutes. I actually hate that place with a passion, but hey, at least I'm alive. I wiped the floor with Phantom and unlocked the cross stitch skill, and it was time for Act 2. This was my best run yet, and if I die now, I will not be okay mentally. I made my way to the first shrine, after which I took down the Cogwag Dancers, picked up a Mask Shard and Cogwag Core, and another in the Whispering Vault, unlocking another mask. After that, I rescued a Fleet, got a Pale Oil, clapped Trobio, got the Craft Metal in the Underworks, bound the Clawline, and grabbed the Sacred Cylinder, learning the Vault Keeper's Melody. With that out of the way, I grabbed the Taste of Farlean Wish and made my way through the slab and to Mount Fate to grab the double jump. With all the movement unlocked, easiest thing to do now is try and clear as much of the map before Act 3, as that makes doing literally anything a pain. Now, I may have missed out some things in this video, but I promise that I did in fact collect everything I could. After grabbing the Mask Shard from Mount Fate, I made made my way to the Wormways, where I bound the Sharp Dart skill and got the Alchemist Assistant Wish, which, upon completion, granted me the Plasmium Vial. After that, I rescued a flea, rescued Tip, and made my way to the Marrow, where I rescued another flea, got all the Flint Gems, took down the Skull Tyrant, sent the flea caravan to the next location, and got Lori's Tool Pouch Expansion and Heavy Rosary Necklace. Hunter's March was up next, where I rescued a flea, got the best charm for this run, the Fractured Mask, after which I got the Curved Claw and bound the Beast Crest. In the Deep Docks, I rescued a flea, got a Mars Shard, rescued another flea, stopped by Pep to buy all her stock, completed some wishes and donations, then picked up a craft metal, a spool fragment, rescued a flea, got the flint slate, and mopped the floor with Four Brother Cygnus. After that, I got a final spool fragment and made my way to the Farfields. In there, I rescued a flea, got another mask shard, completing the 7th mask, rescued another flea, completed this fuck off arena to get yet another mask shard before grabbing the Silk Speed Anklets. Over in Greymoor and Wisp Thicket now, I got the Flea Brew, another mask shard, a craft metal, took down the Father of the Flame, and rescued another flea. Made my way to Crawl Lake next, where I beat the arena, rescued a flea, got the threefold pin, bound the Threadstorm, got a spool fragment, and fought the arena under the halfway home to grab the Vintage Nectar. Up in Sinner's Road, I grabbed a Barbed Bracelet, defeated Lagodi, rescued Pill, got a Simple Key, rescued 2 fleas, grabbed the Twisted Bud, rescued yet another flea in Bilewall, taught the Ruined Tool, and rescued another flea. Made my way to Shellwood next, where I got all the Silver Bells, wrote a Mars Shard, after which I talked to Greyroot to get the Polyp Pouch and the Curse. With that, I crafted up in Pillow, had a chat with the Yarnaby, a chat with Crawling Benjamin, and after making my way back to Yarnaby, I unlocked the Witch Crest. Over in the Blasted Steps, I got a Mars Shard, completing the 8th mask, took down the Conch Flies, learned the Needle Strike from the Pinstress, got the Cross Nut from the Sands of Karak, rescued a flea, picked up the Magnetite Dies, a craft metal, took down the Last Judge, and picked up a spool fragment. In the Underworks, I got the Delver's Jewel and a spool fragment, and in the Core Core, I got another spool fragment and the Architect's Melody. After that, I rescued 2 fleas in the Coral Chambers, grabbed the Cold Hard Piece, completed the Core's Rashes, on my first try may I add, completing the Great Taste of Farloon for another Pale Oil. I got my needle sharpened by Pliny and made my way through the high halls and absolutely wiped the arena at the end, granting me the Conductor's Melody before grabbing the Rosary Cannon. In the Memoriam, I grabbed a spool fragment, the Vault Vessel, rescued the Big Flea, and got the second Cold Hard Piece. In the Putrefied Ducks, I got the Key of Apostate, picked up the Huntress's Wish, grabbed the Craft Metal, and rescued Vogue. With that, I went back to the Whispering Vaults quickly, as I forgot to grab the Cold Hard Piece from there, but then over in the Slab, I rescued 2 fleas, grabbed a spool fragment, a Mars Shard, the Key of Indolent, and the Key of Heretic before defeating the first Sinner and binding the Rune Ridge skill. With basically everything in Act 2 out of the way, one of the last things to do was clear up shops and quests. So I took down the Savage Beastfly, which gave me a Mars Shard, completed some donations, grabbed the Thief Mask to make rosary farming easier, and got to work. After that, I rescued the Jubilana and purchased nearly all her stock, and then realized that I completely forgot about White Ward. So off I went to grab a spool fragment, the Surgeon Key, inject a band, rescued Sherma for yet another spool fragment, and proceeded to smoke the Unraveled for a second Silk Heart. After that quick detour, I gave the Cold Heart to the second Sinner before smoking them as well. I did some more rosary grinding so that I can buy everything from Jubilana, everything from Grendel, everything from the Architect, and grabbing their crest as well. To wrap up this act, I made my way to Bilewalter, grabbing another Mars Shard, unlocking the 9th mask, grabbed the Quick Sling, rescued a flea, completed the Chakra's Wish, defeated this stupid frog, got a Seeker's Soul, and completed the Huntress Wish. Finally, I talked to Mushka the Flea Master, who gave me a Mars Shard and a Tool Pouch expansion before making it up the cradle. And when I tell you bro, my ass cheeks were clenched. Oh, never mind. With that, I grabbed the Hermit's Soul, talked to Eva to evolve the Hunter Crest and get the expanded Vesti Crest, grabbed the Snare Setter, beat Moss Mother for a second time before making my way to Grandmother Silk and smoking her ass too. With that, all that was left was Act 3. God help me. After making my way down the cradle, I jumped into Bellway to help the beast, had a chat with the snails, and into the abyss we go. Down there, I grabbed the Silk Store ability, made my way up the volcano, and bound the Shaman Crest before making my way to the far fields. There, I beat the Sprint Master in all his trials before destroying Carmelita and fighting Gurt to pick up the Grass Doll. After that, I bound Eva to get the Silksong before making my way to the Sands of Karak to rescue a flea, grabbing the Volt Filament and taking down Khan. Finally, I took on Seth and Nyleth and completed the Fleetopia minigames to get a final Pale Oil, and after rescuing Pliny, I got the final needle upgrade. Some final cleanup bits, I picked up the Master Shard in Mount Fate, defeated the Pinstress, took down a couple of Void Masters for a wish to grab the final Void Master Shard, bound the Pale Nail Art, defeated Trobio again, and got the Everbloom after doing the Red Memory. I spent a while grabbing some small bits I had missing, but with literally everything defeated and collected, it was time to take on what took me an hour the first time. Lost Lace. Everything amounted to this. Over 14 hours of pain and dedication have gone into this run, and they will not be for nothing. I refuse to lose this. I spent a good while on this bench thinking about life, but after that, yeah, the Cogflies are goated.
Fucking did it!
But anyway, that is it. It's done. The Silksong is real and it's complete. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this whole mini-series, film, whatever you would like to call it. And if you have a game that you are absolutely in love with, do drop it down in the comments for me to check out. But thank you so very much for spending your precious time on watching my videos. And if you enjoyed, a like or subscribe goes way further than you can imagine. Bless.